Now, when you're looking at multimedia features on the Palm Pre Plus, one of the first things that you're going to be drawn to and that you're going to end up loving is the web browser. The web browser on the Palm Pre is without a doubt a standout. It's fast. Speed-wise, it's probably slightly faster than the Motorola Droid. And the only drawbacks that I have with the web browser is due to the 3.1 inch screen, sometimes you'll feel a little bit cramped. But other than that, man, it's real easy to use. When you start it off, you'll get your bookmarks as you see here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Infamous Tech Blog real fast, and we'll get a look at the speed. And right now I'm not even on Wi-Fi, I'm just running straight off of Verizon's connection, and you see that it pulled it up actually, pretty dang fast. And scrolling is, nice and easy. Pages load up nice and smooth. The accelerometer on here is usually pretty responsive. You see there it is snapping into effect there, and then it does support pinch to zoom, which is real nice, makes reading super easy. The one thing that I will say is that this phone doesn't have an on-screen keyboard, so if you want to go to a different website from here, you'd have to rotate back to this way and then go ahead and type in your next web address. So that's a little bit of a headache. But aside from that, man, is browsing on here is great, and probably maybe the top browsing phone on Verizon right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a video real quick just so you can get an idea for what this phone does do with video. And you see it didn't actually jump right to the player. I wish it would do that, but that's something that might be fixed on the next go around. But what it will do is it takes you to YouTube, because that is a YouTube embedded video, and then it'll actually load up here. And loading times are actually pretty good. And you see the quality is very sharp, real vivid colors. No complaints there whatsoever.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Major from InfamousTechBlog.com. Bringing you a real quick.
And you see it, just handles everything with these. So browser big time plus, big thumbs up. But while we're on the subject of video, I'm gonna go ahead and get into one of the multimedia knocks or shortcomings of this phone. It doesn't have video capture. I've shown you the 3.0 megapixel camera across the back, and that does take very good photos. With the LED flash, the pictures come out looking real sharp, real crisp, but there is no video capture at the moment. Now when 1.4, when that update becomes available for Verizon, I know that the Sprint version of the Pre and the Pixie will be getting 1.4 on February 15th. So still no word on when the Verizon owners can look forward to that. But when that update, does finally hit, you will have video capture, and that will be another big addition, to what this phone can do multimedia wise. Let's go ahead and take a look at the media player for music. And I actually like this pretty, actually works pretty well. It's a good looking media player. Not super advanced, as far as options go. There's no EQ, nothing along those lines. But what I do like is you can toggle back and forth between, the version here with the media art and then the player controls at the bottom, or you can go to playlist view. And I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of J. Cole real fast so we can demonstrate what this phone does on media. I got it maxed up. It's not the loudest speakerphone, but it does decent though. And you see here, you can swipe just, from picture to picture, and it'll actually take you from track to track. So I do like that functionality a lot. If I tap down here, I'll get the actual, scroller where I can jump to any point in the track. So, music wise, it does well. I have to give it a big, thumbs up for how it handles music. I'd like to see a little more features in there, as far as, adjusting the audio, but aside from that, it's pretty good. You've also got a link here that'll take you directly to Amazon's MP3 store. So, pretty good passing grade on media. but you know, that video capture or lack thereof is definitely a drawback and something that they'll, you know, hopefully address. But I think the web browsing on this phone, when you get to the speed of it, more, you know, than makes up for the lack of video capture. So rounding it out, man, it's about that time for the conclusion, and I got to give this phone a solid 8 out of 10. I think once video capture is available, I could see that rating creeping up to like a 8.25 or even possibly an 8.5, because I just feel that strongly about this phone. And the main reason being the operating system is just very smooth and one of the best OSs out there. There's still some things, you know, like menu wise, that I think, you know, Palm's menus aren't the deepest, and sometimes, you know, they just lack a little bit of, you know, extra preferences or options or things of that nature. But just a real solid phone. And if you're a person that has to have the QWERTY keyboard, this keyboard is, you know, definitely above average. The keys are actually a little more raised than the old Pre, so typing messages is not a problem, and it'll definitely, you know, fill all your needs, you know, in that regard. And the other big plus, real big plus, and I can't state this enough, is the Pre's price. It's $149.99, so they've definitely priced it to compete, coming in $50 cheaper than, you know, some of the other heavyweight smartphones over on Verizon, like, you know, the Droid, Imagio, Samsung Omnia, all come in at $199. So to get this for $50 cheaper is really, you know, to me, is quite a steal. So definitely worth checking out, man. This is Major for Infamous Tech Blog. Head over to infamoustechblog.com for more information on the Palm Pre Plus, and I'll be back at you guys with another review real soon. Peace.